definitely a weird draft. So maybe they know what they're doing with this. Winter Wyvern can be pretty effective against heroes like Sven, and against Slark sometimes, but I definitely like the Beast Coast draft better.
Is it a bit odd to see Chris Luck on that Slark at all to you? It looks like, what's going on here? Everybody's running around trying to get better lanes.
That's a pretty classic hero for him, is it not? I
feel like I've seen
it many times.
It's definitely something, but it just feels like we've got a lot of like different kind of pieces moving around with this draft, because when I saw that Queen of Pain, I instantly thought that's got to be Chris Luck, right? Like, I like that, you know, Chris Luck on a very mobile hero, Hector on his Sven. You've got Schofield. I'm so happy to see Schofield on a playmaking hero. He does so well with heroes that can zone, move people around. But the Slark was a little bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah, just a little bit. Let's see if they can get some rest on Moon, but no, he's going to run for his life. So the weirdest thing about Beast Coast draft for sure is the Slark and the Sven on the same team. That part is weird. So not so much about Chris Luck playing the Slark, because that's the hero he prefers, but the fact that they have two hard carries. So their tempo might be really weird, especially because Crazy's lineup, on the other hand, is not greedy in the slightest. So that's one good thing going for them. It's not so much the way that their pieces don't fit together, it's just their tempo is going to be a lot higher.
Okay, well, that'll be
I'm sure that metric is off, right? 50% win rate on Tiny this patch. Maybe that's only for Moon Meander and not.
It usually is specific to. Yeah, it's usually specific to the actual person. So Schofield's got a 57% here win rate.
Okay, gotcha. So his Tiny is okay.
Yeah.
Because I know there's been like, what, 15 Tiny games or something, and the majority have been losses, so that's why I was confused.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a safe lane, off lane Dragon Eye. I like how he drags the creep out here past the tower. Guarantee that last hit. Laning Dragon Knight against Quap is a good matchup for the Dragon Knight, but I actually do like Quap as an offlane hero. She actually fits pretty nicely in the position because she's immobile, so she's not as vulnerable to dying, and she can easily farm and transition. Really good harass there by Moon.
Yeah, Moon's always very good about making a lot of space. It's kind of interesting, though, the fact that we do have Brile here on the offlane. There's a lot of clicks coming down here. I think this is going to be a first blood. No, it turns back around. Perhaps just a little too close to the tower. Doesn't want to take too much damage here.
Yeah, it was
a lot of harass
really
from those treants.
Yep, they've done a good job. And this is the carry with Orb of Venom thing is pretty obnoxious. If you get a little out of position, they chase you a long ways. Mid lane is what? Sven versus Magnus? Okay. Cleave versus Cleave. Who's the better cleaver? It's got to be Sven.
Well, you just answered the question for us. I didn't even have time to respond here. You have a gank, though, here in the top lane. Moon Meander getting set up with the fissure. They've got a lot of bodies here to hold them in place. And, ooh, and a bounty claim. 2 bounties, in fact, so.
That's the best part about it, for sure. 1 less agility for Tiny. How's he going to attack now? He's got -1 agi. Is that even possible, actually? I got to see Tiny. Click on Tiny when he gets up, please. I got to see Tiny's agility. 0 agility. Look at that. Oh, oof. Crazy's winning. They didn't even lose agility. Tiny immune to Slark deaths in the early game.
That balanced?
Stages of the game. No, it's not. It's broken. Nerf Tiny.
Toss comes out. Just more harass being played. Oh, the fissure from Schofield. Owie tries to rotate in. They should be able to get the kill on Stinger here. But that is a rotation coming out now from Crazy.
Yo, this is actually so punishing against Nature's Prophet. Prophet cannot fight Slark in melee range. It literally is impossible, especially when he's got Orb of Venom slow. And Tiny not being the best fighter, more of like a burst hero, doesn't work very well here. Oh, the better cleaver is HFN here.
Yeah. Holy moly, indeed. Dios mío. That was a nice play there by HFN. Also weird, right? Oh, we're only level 2. I think if we had a level 3, I think maybe he would have gotten that, but.
Yeah. Nice kill. Very, very big kill. 18 last hits now for Magnus, 12 for Sven. So they're winning there. Dragon Knight has 14 last hits versus the 8 of Quap. This is looking really good for Crazy outside of in the offlane.
Schofield throws the fissure. He's sitting very low, though. I don't think he can. Oh, he's got the solve, though. Does get canceled, but he's still alive. He's still good. Despite these little trees, hoping maybe that they can get a Splinter Blast off, but no, he digs his way into the trees, and he's all right.
If only Tiny had like 1 more agility. He could have attacked fast enough to not cancel his animation.
That's gotta feel bad. Okay. 4-minute runes. HFN gets lucky, finds it right up. in that top spot. It's so weird to see Hector in the mid lane. HFN, no, HFN's not a stranger to the mid lane. He used to trade on and off when he was playing with Pain Gaming, but just a lot of swaps around today. A little bit of body blocking. Case is pretty hard to take down at this point, though. I don't believe they have enough damage.
The old stun for 3 right clicks for Dragonite, the best harass he can do. But it's been working fine, actually. It looks like a good lane match for them, but Bryle is going to have a tough one. And he's got 18 last hits now. He's definitely recovered a decent amount. But I think one interesting thing as well is, like, I guess he's only died 1 time in the offlane. It feels like the pressure has been more extreme. But taking a really good skilled mid player and putting him in an offlane situation where he has a tough time, oh, this looks like a death.
Keizu, that's the death. They managed to slay the Dragonite.
But can Bryle recover? And I assume he can, but once in a while that can be a big issue if you have a tough laning stage.
I mean, he's a nature's prophet. It's not ideal if you have to back off and go jungle, but it does still give you the opportunity, and you're still pretty fast at it too. So there's definitely methods for him. A little bit of harass here on Schofield, and some pressure being placed on the tower. Where is... Oh, okay. We'll move Hector up to the top lane. Try to cleave some of these treants down, defend.
I mean, it's pretty good for him. He's already got power treads and bracer, and he's already level 5, almost level 6, so his lane stability here should be okay. Or he could just go jungle. Yeah, they've actually rotated around. They're giving up on the offlane now. They got enough kills and pressure there. That Slark is going to go sit mid instead, and then Sven's going to jungle for a while. But what I'm most curious about is going to be the itemization between these two guys, because of the fact that they are both carry type heroes. They are going to have to be careful what they itemize with, otherwise it might be too slow. So typically what you'll do is buy more items that allow you to fight earlier. So things like Diffusal Blade or Blink Dagger or something like that allow you to get into the game and put some threat down. But they could also go hard carry. It really depends how they feel. Because if they can keep crazy about even while they still aim for late game items, then that's also going to be fine.
Well, it looks like they are going to try to scale a bit. Because it looks like we've got a Midas queued up.
Yep.
Over on the Sven, so...
That should be fine, I think, just because Sven can still, like with a little attack speed, like a moderate attack speed, they'll still farm really fast.
Nice fissure. HFN on the hunt, though.
You really don't want to give him the ability to skewer him back towards the tower. He would have been pretty caught at that point.
A lot of TPs though coming out to the mid lane. Yeah. Well, Stinger thinking better about it now, but is going to get sandwiched between 3 heroes over on the side of Crazy. That should be a dead Oracle. Whisper going for the courier. We'll be able to take that down as Schofield gets held in the trees. A big rotation coming out. They want this mid tower and they want some kills too. Schofield trying to run away. Looks like they're going to back off. They'll focus on the objective. They're doing the best that he can to try to push them off of this tower, but they don't really have the greatest of wave clear currently.
It's really hard against Prophet and Dragonite here.
Okay, Rootin' 2. Nice stun coming out from Schofield, but gets caught up in the trees. Gonna try to run away. Can't seem to do it as Bryle just clicks them down. They'll lose the tower. And there's a little bit of the weakness with the Beast Coast draft here.
Yep, this is the strengths of the Crazy lineup. It's that Beast Coast is a little bit weak at fighting early, but also the fact that they can just show up and push a tower like this. Dragonite hits 6, he's going to do a lot of damage, and Prophet does the same thing. Lots of tower damage, lots of tanking. As we're getting some slaps in. Oh my god.
Bryle, hello?
And he got Chris Luck too? Where did Chris Luck
And
die?
he got Chris Luck. He killed Chris Luck first, and then I think the Wrath of Nature hit Whisper.
Is that the best Nature's Prophet ulti we've seen in 2020? Holy crap.
Maybe.
The tempo that's provided them is insane, actually. 2 big core kills. Now he's top net worth in the game, and the pressure is not going to slow down. He's going for a Blade Mail this game. He knows that he can't really stop Slark from getting on top of him and fighting him, same as Quap. But if he gets Blade Mail, at least he can trade his raw HP for some exchange damage. And if he stays ahead in terms of net worth, then he should be able to itemize into some hybrid HP after this. So I like the itemization from Bryle, even though it's not going to scale as well.
Still waiting to see what Chris Luck's gonna pick up for that Slark. So I know you mentioned,
Me
you know,
too.
Diffusal Blade or something like that, but he's really holding those cards close to his chest. No idea what he's going to be going for next.
Holding his cards close to his chest because he doesn't have any cards yet. No net
That's
worth.
probably it, yeah. Wasn't going to mention
cards,
it, you know?
What kind of a house he builds.
All right, the Midas is complete though now for Sven, so that's going to help him. But I do feel like the crazy draft is just so aggressive and moving so quickly. It's going to be difficult for them. Sonic Wave just to push some of these creeps back off the tower. So we're not quite ready to give it up. And again, this is not the most important tower in the game, but doesn't seem like he wants to allow them to be that close to the triangle without them having a good place to TP over into.
Yeah. When they have really good heroes for like chip sieging it, then they can definitely take this tower. Normally it's not that important and a little bit hard to kill. But in this case, they can sit from range with Treants hitting it and with Dragon Knight ulti. And the Quap ulti did slow things down a little bit, but not enough to make it worth it. But frankly, where else are they going to use that ultimate right now? They have two heroes that are still sitting around farming at the moment.
Schofield waves hello to Brile as he walks by. They decide not to bother each other for the time being. When Meander with the arcane, though, I think this could easily turn around here. No, doesn't really know where everybody is. Oh, no, the avalanche, the toss. Just saying hi. I wasn't sure if the Nature's Prophet might try to TP in, but looks like they're a little too afraid of him right now.
Yeah, Raindrop helps out a little bit to block some of that damage, so it's a little bit less frustrating than normal. Quap going for the mech build. I did see some games from Nigma that where they played Quap with mech and Greaves a few months back. I believe that was during Blast Bounty Hunt, but definitely not common now to see Quap in the offlane. But hey, if the hero's good and if it's in the lineup, go for it.
Yeah, like I said, a little bit of an unorthodox draft coming out from the side of East Coast this time around. But they like to do this. That's one of the reasons I know, personally, one of the reasons that I'm a fan of Beast Coast is they do try some crazy things. Doesn't always work out, of course, but it is entertaining. And you never know if you're going to be seeing something new that gets picked up by other teams in the meta, so.
All right, probably going to be Echo Saber here for Slark with the Oblivion staff pickup. Very unlikely to be Orchid. Orchid hypothetically kind of makes sense, but Echo Saber is going to be a lot more viable in terms of farming and HP and stuff like that. So now at this point, Beast Coast just kind of sitting back. Keep in mind the Crazy is going to farm pretty quick here between Magnus and Nature's Prophet. That's about it. Nobody else really going to farm that fast. Dragon Knight will have Empower, I guess, but the hero doesn't naturally have the most attack speed, so might not see quite as much acceleration as expected. When Meander got to run back, does not want to get fissure blocked too bad, unless he can buy time for his team to catch up.
I mean, HFN is nearby, but nice block though here from Schofield. Just going to snap a rune. HFN working on that Blink Dagger, doesn't have it just yet, although they're hot in pursuit over here on Schofield.
Yeah,
well, looks like
he's pretty farmed though. I mean, Treads Echo Saber with a Bracer, and he used the, what, 1,400 gold towards Blink. He's in a good spot. That's just Hector farming, I believe. Popping his ulti here. Kezu walking forward. I love his items. Just Treads, Bracer, Cloak. It's exactly what he needs to be a pain in the butt to try to kill right now. Tons of armor. Good magic resistance. He's just going to keep pressuring lanes like this whenever he gets a chance.
A lot of TPs going top here. I want to protect Brile from Chris Luck and Schofield. Fish is going to get thrown out. Skewing forward. HFN trying to find Chris Luck, but he's pretty fast. He's very far ahead here in the trees, so doesn't look like they're going to be able to get their hands on him.
Yep, almost no way that they'll end up getting this kill. He can always leap through if needed, but he'll just play trees for now. With this many heroes top, though, we'll see if Beast Coast does something with it. They can either go somewhere else to look for a kill. Looks like Quap has pushed out the bot lane pretty effectively. Her mech is ready. No boots yet for her, but going to pick up a raindrop and focus on trying to stay alive, buff up the team, that kind of thing. So on the bright side, Beast Coast is still farming really quick. Mostly Hector. Hector has been almost untouched here because Luck has taken most of the pressure so far this game. But Slark's net worth is pretty weak right now.
About to say, that is classic Beast Coast. Chris Luck takes all of the flack, all of the attention from the enemy team, it feels like, most of the time. Occasionally, you know, they'll try to mess with Hector, but they'll give up on Hector and just start chasing after Chris Luck. Whisper, though, needs to be careful. We'll open it up with the Winter's Curse, get a little bit of damage down, and I'm sure they fall. Oh, gosh, it's a 4-man gang squad. That's a dead Whisper.
Oh!
Oh! Nope.
The
Still
rainbow.
manages to toss the creep.
Oh, that was pretty dangerous actually. It was really difficult for them to guarantee that kill because the creep wave surrounded Whisper, which meant that Moon couldn't do a guaranteed Avatos to pick her off. But they executed that gank very well considering. Winter's Curse initiation with some Splinter Blast damage, and they followed up with the stun, and they almost made that easy.
Almost. Blink Dagger picked up now for the Magnus.
I thought that was an Inferno
out with the
Golem.
RP.
Did that look like Warlock ulti for a second? Like my whole screen just turned orange.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yep. Cosmetics, particle effects. And then the fact that you can cancel them, like, it's actually a lot of it's just sound cues at this point, honestly. But the toss up into the air onto Hector. Throws out the Storm Hammer. Try to put some damage, but they have the save coming out from Winter Wyvern on the backline. KZ has 5 heroes chasing after him. Taking a lot of damage here. The Sonic Wave, they'll be able to take him down, but the RP coming out from HFN. Oh my god, HFN going through, getting just 3 kills out of that RP. Chris Luck stuck on the back line now. He's trying to run away. Now he's chasing after him. I don't think they have any more lockdown though, but Bryle coming forward. The toss with the Winter Wyvern, another flip. It's a triple kill in the back lines though for HFN. Deus, he is just on fire. They go back in with that Winter's Curse. That is a team wipe for poor Beast Coast.
Nicely done by AOI there to guarantee that one too. Ulti is one good way to counter the Slark. All right, really good fight. I think it was nice to start off the full tiny combo on the Sven that basically wasted half of his HP. Then he gets hit by the Prophet ulti, and finally he's like, okay, maybe fighting is a little bit too scary here. And Beast Coast ends up getting worked down slowly, even though they did kill the Dragon Knight. Everybody, I mean, that HFN ulti was insane. It was so perfect.
That was so good.
And when Magnus actually does focus a lot on farming himself, especially from the mid position, we saw this a lot with the Ags Magnus. You could farm insanely fast and buy items and actually do good stuff. So if he just focuses on empowering himself, he's actually pretty viable. It works better. Empowers twice as good on Magnus himself versus his allies. So there's his empower target. Let's see that fight again.
Starts off, it looks pretty good for Beast Coast because they chase down Keizu, but watch this. There's HFN, blinks in. Oh man, look how close Stinger was to death too. So close. He puts his ultimate on himself, and I still don't think he would have been able to really save anyone else because they just got burst down too quickly and he was sitting low, so he wouldn't have been able to get the heal. But Chris Lott chased down again. Poor Stinger. There's just trees everywhere. It's a double kill for Keizu.
Okay, and now the tempo is set. Crazy has no late game farm heroes. Beast Coast has 2 heroes that aren't ready to fight, and they once again do something a little weird with their draft, and I feel like it's put them on the back foot. Pressure's continuing. They're going after the Earthshaker. Can they grab him?
Yeah, I say so.
Is that an Orchid I'm guessing on
it's
Brawl?
a neutral creep.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they care. He's dead.
He's
Buys
dead. They
them
don't care about
time.
him.
They lost a little gold, but no big deal. Dead heroes. Yeah, it was an Orchid. The only reason it was slower than normal is because he went Blade Mail first. He flipped the stats
I think that was
a little bit.
absolutely the right choice, personally.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because imagine if he tries to go Orchid first, and he gets like solo killed by Slark +1, you know? That's really bad for their game's tempo. But by buying Blade Mail, it basically made any goes on him dangerous for like co-op Slark type heroes. So just a little bit safer of an item. It was worth it.
Loving the item choices coming out from the side of Crazy here. Like they sent the Wyvern down to the bottom lane, trying to push them off the tower while the Throsh finishes up. And Bryle will pick up the Aegis. TPs are coming out. Maybe they can catch them in the Good Winter's Curse. Owie. Spot Stinger right next to Stinger. But there's a skewer. There's a RP and a very dead Whisper. So he is no longer in play. They do get the Blink Dagger out for Schofield though now. He does have enough gold for that. So that potentially makes it a bit scarier for the side of Crazy to go in. But they've just been playing so with the way that they've been positioning.
All right, they saw the smoke. Let's see how they react to this. The Oracle did TP out, it seems like. That's how why he's alive. Wow, he's got almost 4,000 gold here on Magnus. There's almost nothing that's going to be able to stop him here. Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight as well. Going to be able to use his hero just to go around pushing towers.
Ecuador hiding in the tree line.
Yep, they know where the smoke is going, and they know who they're going to be looking for. That's why they're checking all these camps, because they're expecting to find Hector on one of these. Nobody gets found, so back to hidden creeps.
All right. It's a rough game for Beast Coast. There's an 8K net worth lead right now, and they've only taken one tier 1. So much pressure. I'm just really impressed with the positioning coming out from all of the players here on Crazy today. The fact, HFN just being right place, right time, but also, Winter Wyvern not the easiest in terms of positioning to get off some of those ultimates.
Yeah, they've done a really good job pressuring, and also just setting tempo. The tempo was set by Crazy at the 7-minute mark, basically. When Dragon Knight hits 6, he moves mid, uses ulti, they pressure with Nature's Prophet trees, and then they just keep doing this constantly. If you are organized as a team, it's going to feel like too much pressure, and it's going to put you behind on Beast Coast. But we don't see this like high tempo stuff happen too often lately, but against a farm heavy team like Beast Coast, could have been their plan.
It's a dead Whisper. Oh, maybe not.
The poison damage.
Vision. Can they get him? They need another hit. Teleport in the orchid, the tree, and pop tree. Goes the Whisper. Christmas.
Dude, it's August. Get rid of that.
Casey getting stuck though over on front. They have a nice save. They follow up though. They'll be able to get the Winter's Curse off after the RP, kind of holding them in place. Got the BKB over on Hector, and now the skewer away over on Stinger. They need to take him out before he can get all of his spells off. He's sitting very, very low. There it is though, coming out. There's the Echo Slam, and they'll turn it back around again. Possibly no. Chris Luck running away. Whisper just can't seem to dish out enough damage. They've lost 3 on the side of Beast Coast. Aoi getting chipped away by Chris Luck, but he just can't do anything. He's getting CC'd so hard. KZU is just on a killing spree.
It looked pretty iffy there for Crazy when the Echo Slam came down, especially because their RP was a bit wasted. Didn't really work out great. They had used Winter's Curse to cover the HFN as well, but they did a great job defending. And yeah, Moonshard picked up for Magnus instead. He's like, why would I buy BKB when I could just like RP and do a lot of damage? And now that he's going to farm faster and accelerate faster. He's got this edge because of their current net worth advantage. And they're not going to slow down. No toss back though. Stinger's positioning a little bit better than Moon was hoping for when he jumped in. But the Rax is dead, and this is not just going to be one. They're going to keep going here.
Their buildings are just crumbling, and they have no solution over on the side of East Coast. You don't have the Echo Slam anymore. Maybe you land a good fissure, but yeah, all right. They go in for that, but they immediately disarm him. There's nothing that Hector can do. He pops up BKB. They do jump in the back line, so they get the kill on Stinger. And this is just not looking good for Beast Coast. Shadow Dance comes out, but that Blade Mail protects Bryle. They'll turn back around, hit the tower, and Beast Coast just realized they have been outclassed this game. They call the GG.
Yeah, now that the tower is dead, it's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, good game is called. Just way too much greed from Beast Coast.